Hey everyone, today I'm going to go over my 2025 setup that I'm going to be using for hunting season this year, and I'm going to go through my shot process and go through it from start to finish to show you what I've done to get me to this point that gives me the accuracy and confidence that I now have, that I didn't have a few years ago. So I know a lot of guys who've already watched my videos probably get sick of seeing this, but we get new subscribers every day. So this is the Black Widow PSAX. It has the Sapelli limbs on it. It's got Sapelli riser. It has redwood horns on the front here. It has strip of redwood down the middle, and it has the phenolic in it. No red stripes, obviously. It's 49 at 28. I pull it 27 or 47 pounds is what I pull it. My draw length. It's got a triple T string, buckskin color, wool puffs. I'm using that new clicker that I just made the video about. It's called the Kydex clicker, and I have got to put some time behind this, and this thing is awesome. In my opinion, it is the best clicker on the market, and I do not throw around the word best a lot. I think it gets used way too much, especially in people talking about hunting products and stuff, but it solves all the issues that conventional clickers have, and I've got a pile of them. Um, if you want to see more info about it, go and watch the latest video that I posted going over it and about how to order one and everything. But it solves all the problems that conventional clickers have as far as being loud. They're heavy to actuate. They come with the terrible string and the chain on them. Um, I mean, it's awesome. So let's see. I'm using the Stop the Drop from Big Jim's. It just folds back here and it holds the arrow when it's sitting on the shelf. That's from Big Jim's Bow Company. You can order those. They're like $12 or $13, I think. They're fantastic. They're one of the most popular, and for good reason. It's got the Thunderhorn quiver. This is the small fry 4 arrow. Fantastic quiver. I really love the bolt-on. I've used slide-ons, strap-ons. The bolt-on is so far my favorite. It is extremely stable. Since this bow has the quiver inserts in it, it's absolutely fantastic. I did see that Miss Bailey Cloud has got the Great Northern, which I have a Great Northern strap-on, but she has the Great Northern bolt-on, and she has the brass knobs for it, which I'm very interested in that, especially the brass knobs, because I do like my bows to be heavy. That's the reason I shoot this bow. Um, the only issue that I don't like about my current Great Northern on this bow is it sits further back and it kind of off balances my bow a little bit backwards. And that's something I like about this one is the quiver is right in line with the riser. So it balances really well. So I don't know. I've been thinking about getting a Great Northern bolt on and trying it. Nothing wrong with this. I love it. Um, I'm just always looking to maybe try something new. But anyway, I think that's probably it for the bow. The arrows, Safari Tough Taipans. 400 spine is what this bow ended up tuning at with 29 inches carbon to carbon. That's where it bare shafted at. I'm using 3 Gateway 4-inch feathers, bonding wrap, AAEIP nocks. I love those nocks. The knock collar. I'm using the 50 grain brass hit insert down in there, the Safari Tough point collars, and 125 grain tip. I always use 125 grain tips, and I'll tell you why. Years ago, when I started really getting into traditional, I decided to use 125 grain tips because I tune my arrows, bare shaft them by cutting them. I don't change out tip weights and all that. I decide what I want my finished arrow weight to be, and I calculate that up with 125 grain tip, the insert weights and all that to figure out what I want to go with when I'm deciding on an arrow. And I always use the insert weight to get the appropriate weight on the front and total arrow weight that I want. But I decided to go with 125 grain tips because I could have a plethora of broadheads. Every time I buy new broadheads, I just get 125 grain. So I end up having a bunch in supply, and I don't have a bunch of different broadheads and a bunch of different grain weights. So, and also my judo tips are 125 grain. My thumpers, all my small game heads, everything's 125 grain. I don't change out tip weights and all that stuff. I'll do my tuning with insert weights and cutting the shaft. I have a video about that I did last year talking about how I bare shaft tune. You can go back and watch that. I need to do a new one, updated one. But also, I've got VPA 3 blades I was going to use, and also Cutthroat 3 blades. And I'll probably still use them, but honestly, I'm really thinking about picking up a pack of Slick Trick Viper tricks. I know that's not the conventional thing, but it'll be just fine. So, probably going to pick up a pack of those and end up using that this year. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys my shot process from start to finish. Hey guys, Patrick here. Sorry to interrupt this fantastic video you're watching. I just want to remind everybody, hit subscribe please. I hate saying it, you hate hearing it, but it really does help. If you're feeling froggy, give it a thumbs up. Anyway, we'll get back to it. All right, I meant to say these are 450 grain total arrow weight. I am not a heavy arrow guy. I've been there and done it, and I prefer lighter arrows, a flatter trajectory. I'm much more accurate, and time to target is important to me also. And 450 grains, shooting 47 pounds, it kill everything I need to, deer and bear, turkey, stuff like that. So, all right, we're going to talk about my grip and then work my way back. But what I do, also this is Talon grip tape. I get it from Amazon. You can get it in square sheets. This is the sandpaper type. They make it in a sandpaper and also like a rubberized. But this is the sandpaper one. It is great to keep your hand in place, especially if you start sweating a little bit. It's fantastic. So anyway, my grip, I put it right here, right here in my palm, right here in the flat spot, and sit my hand just like that. I'm not getting deep into it like this. It's just sitting right there on the flat spot. On the front, I curl my fingers around and just barely touch them on the front of the riser. I'm not death gripping it. I'm just rolling it around, and it's barely touching the front of the riser. So I'll pull it back and show you. Just like that. Also, for the new guys, this is what they consider a trad hat. It has a shorter bill on it to keep from hitting a bowstring. And they have wire brims on them so you can fold it up. This one's from Three Rivers. but a lot of people make them. I know South Cox has one on his website with stalker stick bows. My buddy has one, and it's really nice also. But I set my grip just like that, and I'm pushing also. I'm pushing towards the target. We'll get to that when we get more into it, how I'm pushing and pulling. But I'll take a shot here, show you what that looks like. Just like that. Very loose grip. I'm not death gripping it. Just rolling my fingers around and just touching just like that. Okay, so my arm's getting tired from holding the bow. What? Okay, we'll talk about. Obviously, I use a glove. Glove versus tab. That's personal preference. I do think that overall a tab is more accurate. Uh, I started using the glove years and years ago, and I can't get away from it. I've tried a tab many times. I own a few of them, and I just don't like it. That's not to say people cannot shoot accurate with the glove. There are a lot of people who do. So, but I do think if I was starting over brand new and I didn't have a preference, I would definitely try to start with a tab, a good quality tab. But you can see where I grip the string right here at these right inside of these the first crease in my fingers. I don't get really deep. I just get right in here. That's where I grip on the string. I shoot 3 under. Um, that's personal preference. 3 under or split finger. Uh, I don't like split finger at all. Shooting 300 gets my eye down closer to the arrow. I'm an instinctive shooter. I've talked about that. And I don't say that in a bragging way. I don't want, people get too wrapped up into that. I just say that because if I was gap shooting, I would be doing things different. So that's why I'm just trying to differentiate. I do think that gap shooters, as far as 3D is concerned, a gap shooter is by far more consistent and is more accurate. There are instinctive shooters who are great, but I think overall gap shooting is more accurate. Now for hunting, I don't know. I might be a toss up. I'm not sure. I just have always done instinctive, and that's what I prefer. I don't like carrying a rangefinder, and for hunting and stuff, it's just what I like. So I grip the string just like this. See, and I go up and touch the nock. I, I'm barely touching it. I mean, just barely. I don't want to put too much pressure on it, just enough to know I'm there. I don't want to be pushing up against my nock. So just like that. I put pointer finger in the corner of my mouth, and I also wrap this around behind my jaw, just like that. It gives me a very consistent anchor, especially with this wrapped in here in the same spot every time. If this is what I've always done is putting my pointer finger in the corner of my mouth, and I hate doing anything else. If I was brand new and just starting out, I would put my middle finger in the corner of my mouth. That is what I would do and try to go that route. It would get my eye closer to the arrow, and if I was a gap shooter, it would definitely help me because getting that eye closer down to the arrow, it's going to help you get your gaps closer, within like your hunting ranges, 15, 20 yards. Your gaps are going to be closer with your eye down closer to the arrow. So that's definitely the route I would go, but I'll take a shot so you can look at my anchor point. just like that. All right, so I use the clicker, and the point of the clicker is two things. It tells you when you're at the same draw length every time. Pull it back, and when it gets to that specific draw length, it clicks. Okay? I can feel that click in the string and in my grip of the bow. So it tells me when I'm at the same draw length every time. But the main purpose is when I get back and anchor, I start, it's right before where it gets ready to click. Um, the click is at my full expanded draw length. So when I pull back and set, it's like very small amount before I'm fully expanded. I'm talking like maybe an eighth of an inch right before where I'm fully expanded. So when I get back, I'm staring at what I want to hit, and the whole time I'm staring, I'm expanding. I say, and a lot of people say, pull, 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 pull. It's more so of expanding, expand, expand, expand. So with this arm, I'm pushing towards the target, and this one, I'm pulling back. Now, I'm not pulling back with my bicep. I'm pulling back with this back here. I'm like, I'm rolling that shoulder back. So I'm using back tension when I get it back there. The purpose of that is I get back and I start expanding, expanding, expanding. The clicker clicks, the shot's gone. The clicker gives me a surprise. I know when it's going to go off, but I don't know the exact moment. So it lets me get a surprise like using a hinge or a back tension on a compound. Getting that surprise does not give this arm enough time to jerk, this arm to jerk, pulling back like a lot of people do and just shoot. Your mind knows when that's it's your mind saying shoot, you know when it's going to happen, and it gives the rest of your body time to react. The clicker gives me a surprise release, which is what I want. So I get back, and the whole time when I hit anchor and as I start expanding, the whole time I'm expanding, the clicker clicks, the shot's gone. I'm expanding the whole time. I'm not I'm not stopping, collapsing. A lot of people will get back, they shoot and they collapse. You'll see their hand goes forward as they're letting go of the string. I'm expanding and pulling the whole shot. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot to maybe let you see, and I'll try to talk you through it. It's gonna be hard to talk and shoot at the same time, but we'll try. All right, anchor, staring at my spot, expand, 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 click, shot's gone. That was definitely hard to talk and do it at the same time, but I'll do it without talking this time. So here we go. Just like that. Get back. I'm pushing towards the target. I'm pulling. I'm expanding, expanding. The clicker clicks. Soon as it clicks, I'm opening my hand, letting that string slip out as I'm still going back. I don't ever stop. From the time I hit anchor and expanding, I'm expanding the whole time. And that more or less is my shot process. I'm a huge advocate for clickers. Um, most of the top archers out there use some sort of a clicker, limb mounted clicker, riser mounted, grip sear. A lot of them will use the feather on their arrow, pull back, and they start expanding, and the feather hits their nose. It lets them know to shoot. I just like the string clicker. It's my favorite. I've used a bunch of different things. I've used the grip trigger from RMS Gear. I've tried the feather to the nose. I just like the way a string clicker feels to me. So and it lets me know I'm at that exact draw length every time, which it will really help with accuracy. But when I started doing this and first got the clicker and started learning to expand, that what I do is what a lot of people call a controlled shot, and it is from the time I start pulling that bow back until that arrow is gone. I have control of the bow the whole time. I can let down at any point. The whole time I have full control the whole entire shot sequence, and it has made me tremendously more accurate. I have all the confidence in the world now. Um, it, it's really fantastic. Uh, it makes it a lot more enjoyable, and I love traditional archery. So I guess that's about it, guys. I'm sure I forgot something, but I got a ton of more videos coming out. I'm doing multiple a week now, so uh, I guess that's it. But anyway, have a good one.